Hey guys, welcome to my neighborhood. What we're doing here is we're making an improvement. Since this UV coater has a very small area for the bucket, we are making a filling system so that we can fill the bucket and not open the UV to keep its life longer. And since we'll probably go through it slower, we're making a new lid that is going to have a mixing tool in it so we can mix the UV with a drill. We're going to replace this lid, and then the lid will have this right here. This pump goes down into the lid, and then it screws on. Yeah, like such. Actually, you know what? This one might actually be a different size. Let's check here again. Might be a different size collar. Let me check. There are a couple of different size collars that come with this kit. So let's just double check and make sure we're using the right size collar. See, this screws on over the... Oh yeah, so this blue one fits perfect. So we're going to change out this red collar for a blue one. This should snap off. Might have to give it a little bit of force. There we go. Kind of surprised that doesn't... Yeah, that's loose. So it's actually the blue one that fits the snuggest, which is messing up our color coordinated piece, but that's okay. We want the proper fitting. We also want to keep light out of this, so we're going to cover it to make sure even the little bit of light that sneaks through here is not going to be a problem. And then we can adjust the depth down to the bottom of the tub. That's why we want to have the mixer, to make sure that nothing settles down to the bottom and starts to harden. So we'll replace that lid with this one. We could just attach this directly to this for now and not put in the mixer, but since we kind of want to set it and leave it, we're going to put the mixer in now, and then maybe mix it once a week for just 2 minutes or so.
So we're already getting some separations in there?
Yeah, see that?
And do we need this in there
we need
first?
to put that in there too. There we go, and hopefully, yeah, it sits at the bottom, and then this can sit at the bottom too. Get the right, whoops, the right depth. Okay, got it. There we go. Got the right depth now. There we go. There we go. I can see that. Yeah, we're gonna have to make sure this gets adjusted every time, and then we can cover this. And now we also need to come up with some sort of way to attach this to here so that we don't have it flailing around. Or every time we fill it, we're gonna have stuff running out if we don't keep it up here permanent. I just hope we don't get clogged up in here. So what we can do is we can shorten this. We don't need it to be this long. We could probably shorten this like this much. We could, if we wanted to, we could put something here to make sure that this, you know, like fix this like this or something to kind of hold this in there. Also, I was talking about sealing that hole with a piece of hose. Just to try to block any light from entering any orifice possible. So let's see if this pump works, huh? So we're gonna just go with like an inch at a time and play it by ear and see how much we're using up. Bada bing, bada boom.
That's the UV, the top of the UV bucket. If you just leave it out here for a little bit, just all it takes is just like a few minutes and it starts to harden. So if any light gets into that like bucket, we're gonna start seeing it separate, and then this, it's all hard. This one still a little wet, but we leave it out here a little bit in the sun. That's why you got to protect your UV from the light.